Far from a place of death and destruction, Gaza's children try to be children again. But everywhere you look here, you see the real cost of a war Israel says is against Hamas, what the UN has called a war on children. So many injured little ones, so many who've lost limbs. Mahmoud can no longer ride a bike. The 9-year-old lost both his arms in an Israeli strike. He's one of hundreds of children evacuated by Qatar for medical treatment. Mahmoud is finding ways of living a childhood shattered. He shows off how he's learned to use his feet to play video games. I want to fulfill my dreams. I want to be a journalist and a pilot, he says. The once independent child now needs his mother to feed him, dress him, and take him to the toilet. I ask what makes him so resilient. Because I'm from Gaza, because I'm Palestinian, he says, nothing can stop me. Most children here, like Mahmoud, don't want to talk about their injuries. They found sanctuary in this unlikely place. A compound Qatar built for World Cup fans, now turned into housing for nearly 2,000 Gaza evacuees, most of them women and children. It's a safe space to deal with the trauma of war and offers us a first-hand glimpse into the suffering, which Israel has forced us to cover from afar by preventing international journalists from freely accessing the enclave. In this room, women gather for a session of Palestinian embroidery. It's therapy and distraction, but how could anyone forget what they've been through and all they've lost? Alma quietly sits watching her grandmother embroidering, her wounded mother's in hospital, her injured father still in Gaza.
I didn't expect Alma to survive. She had a fractured skull, an amputated leg, shrapnel in her back, and a broken arm.
Like many children, Alma has lost more than her leg. The blast that maimed her took her 8-month-old sister, Sham, who died in her arms, and her 6-year-old brother, Ahmed. I am sad about my brother and sister. Alma, choking back tears, can't say anymore. Everyone in this room is missing loved ones, those gone and those they've had to leave behind. Weighed down by grief and guilt, they tell us they deprived themselves of food and sleep.
I've been sleeping on a couch. How can I sleep on a bed when my sons are sleeping in a tent and on sand? How can I eat when my children are hungry?
Suhair's 3 children and husband are in Rafah. Like others, she desperately wants to get them out. She shows us pictures of what used to be home, where she was injured, where she lost her mother, 6-year-old niece, and 2 of her sons, all killed in a strike, she says, while they were sleeping. She gleams with pride talking about her boys. 16-year-old Sharif was top of his class. Mahmoud had just gotten a scholarship to study medicine abroad.
Israel left no dreams. I now find myself thinking, I wish I had let my sons take up arms instead of dying like this.
Suhair says she raised her boys to never carry weapons, to serve their people through their education.
I want to tell them you destroyed the people, the mothers, you created more hatred. I used to feel for them, with the hostages. As a mother who's lost her children, if I could avenge my son's death, I would do it myself.
Memories and photos, all she has left of them.
When I go to sleep at night, I put my arms like this. I imagine I'm hugging Mahmoud and Sharif, hugging my mother.
Pain in this place is palpable. Those who've made it out may have escaped the war, but there's no escaping the everlasting scars it leaves behind.